how could you fall in love with a movie or a song or anything if you saw it once? She is flawless.
Pretend like those are her bottom teeth.
Wow. It feels good that your balls are stuffed into your butthole. Your butt's filled up. That feels good.
No, you could be a sub and be a top, because you could be like,
I guess so.
you could like being told, yeah, do me, dude.
Can we just shout out to the gay community? Please co-opt the Confederate flag and make it the new gay pride flag.
When my body won't hold me anymore. No, okay, sorry, I have to start over. I forgot how it goes. When my body won't hold me anymore, and it finally lets me free, will I be ready? When my feet won't walk another mile, and my lips give their last goodbye.
What was that?
That's the Avett Brothers. They don't even sing like that, dude.
What was the voice you went into? I'm trying to think of what that was. That was awesome, though.
It was. I was channeling something. I don't know, Toby Keith or something.
That was good. I really did feel like I was in a worship service for a second there.
You know, I'm convinced that all religious experiences, especially in modern day church, let's call it evangelism.
You just got to put your hands up.
Well, it comes from the music experience is what makes you have a religious experience. Why do people feel good after church? It's the community thing, and it's all about the worship music.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Welcome back to Three Man Cult, your three favorite cis baddies.
We got to bleep that out. We're not allowed to cuss in the first 30 seconds
been about
or whatever.
4 seconds. Dude.
Anyways, welcome back. So, shoot.
We have been on kind of a hiatus for a while. You guys might have noticed there's a long time between episodes because we were somewhere 200 miles off the coast of Newfoundland, and we were lost.
Is that where it was?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to talk about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a heavy microphone. This is kind of funny.
You're going to get swole.
Yeah, I'm going to get swole. I'm going to fill out my shirt. Anyways, shoot, man. Holy moly. I feel like I haven't really even been talking to people about it because...
You've just been saving it?
Everyone's talking about it. No, really. Everybody's talking about the sub.
What I think is interesting about the Titan sub, the narrative that you're seeing online about it, which we all know now, tragically, everybody died on that vessel.
Pretty quick, I heard.
Is the vehemence. Nobody cares online because they were rich, because this is like a luxury
Or hear me out,
trip.
guys. Is it a conspiracy?
Well, what would be it? Yeah.
The conspiracy is there was actually 2 subs, right?
Okay.
And then the sub that capsized, there was nobody on it, and they actually just ran away.
Oh, like the 5 people on there just
interesting.
Did you know that tuna sub backwards is bust a nut?
What? Dude. That explains a lot about Subway and their employees.
But before we get off the subtopic already, that would be hilarious if that was the only conversation.
I think that's unfair.
We need to talk about it.
To say that it's not sad because they were rich and because they knew the risks. It's like people climbing Everest. Only rich people get to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they die.
And that their arrogance is perhaps what they killed them. Everybody's showing all those clips of that owner.
But I don't think that was arrogance. That was just,
hubris. That's a good word.
So let's discuss our feelings on the matter, right?
Uh-huh.
So when I heard about that, I thought, in my mind, well, actually, due to the mainstream media kind of weaving the story, apparently the submarine imploded on like Sunday, and mainstream news outlets knew that. But they were like...
Oh, they knew it. Oh.
Well, supposedly. I don't know, but I do think it's kind of dystopian the way we had, like, countdown, like, highlight cams.
I saw that on... Yeah.
8 hours of oxygen left before the 5 people die. Like, what's that?
Dude? But actually, they were already dead.
Yeah, they were already dead. So this whole time that everyone was, like, searching for it. But the whole week, I was, like, thinking, like, in my head, I was trying to, like, imagine being in a dark, cramped sub with 5 people that you're, like, sitting there talking.
Right.
Like, whoop, this is it. We're gonna die. Like, we got 5 days of oxygen, and we're basically gonna die this way.
They're saying the 3 possible scenarios, right? That it floated to the surface somewhere and was just lost, or that it sank, or that it imploded, and that was probably the best thing that happened. They would have perished right away. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So that's what I've been seeing online too, and I'm not going to come out and say that I don't think billionaires don't suck. Billionaires pretty much suck, right?
I think that's
In-
universal.
A principle sort of way.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's like, okay, Jeff Bezos sucks for sure, but what about the billionaires that you don't really hear about because they're not really making any big moves that are causing any problems?
You don't get a B next to your income without exploitation.
Well, it's kind of
That's
like
a
what
good
kind of
point.
billionaire do you like? You know,
I don't-
all kinds of bad billionaires. But what kind of bad do you like?
Gabe Newell, the guy that made
He's a
Half-Life.
billionaire?
He's a billionaire, yeah.
All right, yeah.
So it's like, you know, like, how do I hate Gabe Newell? I mean, I don't know anything about him. People are going to comment, oh, you didn't know that he busted a nut on a tuna sub? I'm like, what?
What?
Never made Half-Life 3.
He never made Half-Life 3? That is a sin, yeah. Gabe Newell should have been on the sub.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I'm saying is, like, is every billionaire inherently bad? By principle, yeah. But at the same time, does that mean that they deserve to die a terrible
Well,
shreddy
probably not, right?
implosion? Like, I don't know.
But that's the point that we're at culturally, it does seem.
Yeah, yeah.
We're almost at the let them eat their cake, dude. We're going to chop off everybody's
Yeah.
head stage.
What billionaires do we like? Like, who's a billionaire that we...
just Gabe Newell, Oprah Winfrey.
I don't know. Here's where it's fucked up for me is you saying that Gabe was a billionaire, which I might have inherently known. I like him less now.
Really?
Somebody,
But
that
he's
I
a billionaire
thought
off of
was
his own
pretty
merit,
cool.
no? You don't
Yeah.
think so?
Well, that's what I
100%.
mean. Is it possible to become a billionaire without exploitation, without encroaching? Is Steam not allowing other players, to,
Yeah.
you know, in that field? Are they a monopoly? Is it?
Well,
That's a good
what,
point,
What about
yeah.
what about Michael Jordan? He's a billionaire now.
Is he?
Multi.
Oh, for sure, right?
billionaire.
For sure.
Yeah, and look what he did for the Looney Tunes land. Dude.
Exactly,
Back
dude.
in the 90s or...
Where was golf before him?
Yeah, yeah,
True,
exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody knew anything.
How long did Michael Jordan play golf
Would,
for? Like,
would Tiger
less than a year?
Woods be Tiger Woods if Michael Jordan never played golf?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm asking you, America.
How much would Tiger Woods would if Tiger Woods would?
Well,
It's true.
9 iron, 7 wood.
but yeah,
Golf,
I don't know.
buddy.
I have been seeing a lot of people doubling down on it, and I'm not like
Yeah.
Whenever I see people doubling down on it, going like, "Oh, screw those guys! Like they're billionaires, they deserve to die." I'm never like, "Dude, calm down." I'm always like, "Yeah, I get it," but it is a little surprising sometimes where I'm just like, "Really? Like no sympathy? Not even."
Is
a
it
team?
that surprising though when we really break it? Isn't that what everybody like? Isn't that what all media is at the end of the day? Is like a car crash. We all love to see that.
Yeah, true.
Well,
Yeah.
my dad, when I was a kid, always used to say, when we'd pass by, we'd say, "Is everyone okay?" And then if the cop said yes, we go, "Nice, that's a cool car crash."
Holy shit! Then.
But if they were like, "Oh, no, there's an ambulance there," you're always like, "Ooh."
yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
Do you guys also, while you're in traffic behind a car accident, scream at the people in front of you, and then when you get to the car accident, you slow down and start rubbernecking because you're like, "Okay, it's my turn."
No, I'm
No.
trying to go.
Yeah.
No, I'm
always trying to
such a
go.
hypocrite. I hate how much of a hypocrite I am. I will tailgate slow people, and I will like put my hands up at people tailgating me. If you're going 60 in the fast lane on the freeway, though, you deserve to be tailgated. Just saying.
Did you know that other places don't ride in the fast lane?
Oh, is that just for people to
It's like
pass?
just a pass. Yeah. Other states, even besides California and stuff. That's why
Yeah.
they think we drive so insane.
Yeah.
California and New York. Who's got more billionaires, California or New York?
I don't know, actually. I feel like everybody I hear about in New York that's rich is like actually broke. Because they're like,
Albie, pull that up.
Albie, pull up how many billionaires are in New York?
Who's got more billionaires?
Actually,
What
I
state?
don't think there's a lot.
In either state? I know
How
Washington's
many billionaires
got
are
a few.
in California or New York? Yeah.
In California, there should be a lot, but in New
Yeah.
York, there shouldn't be.
We got
too
Hollywood.
many.
We got tech.
How many billionaires are at the bottom of the sea right now?
Oh, I was wrong. Because apparently, there's 58 billionaires in New York.
Whoa!
I thought there would be less
That's
because
a
I
lot.
figured most billionaires were based out of New York.
And San Francisco has
I
the
feel you.
most. Okay, but let's talk about this. Let's continue the sub because I want to talk about
Yeah.
the implosion and how that's how they died.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the only person that I think truly deserves the death is the CEO. No, not
Well,
to
he
be
was the
mean.
arrogant one.
He was the arrogant one. He dodged every safety regulation. He was like, "Oh, it's gonna be fine."
It sure seems like it.
Everyone's memeing about the Logitech controller, but it's so painful. It just makes me wince every time because I'm like, guys, come on.
It's better than Mad Catz.
They have a turbo button on it.
Well, I think it was interesting that they had the joystick
The little
extenders
nipple,
on
the
there.
aim assist nipples.
Why?
Well, but the thing is that like the Logitech controller, it's like obviously that's what they're going to use. It's just an ergonomically like correct.
It's just because we're already familiar. Why not use something like that?
Yeah.
People, I was reading Reddit comments like, yeah, well, there's military tech that they're using Xbox controllers for. So
Yeah, exactly.
what's the diff, dude?
Well, I think the other thing too is that like if it's $250,000 a ticket, there better be like some future tech in this sub. But it was just a pipe.
Yeah.
This is not even new news.
Do you
People
think they
are
got
gonna
it?
be like, yeah, we know.
Did they get an in-flight meal even?
Dude,
Probably
yeah.
not.
Yeah, they got to eat
250
their
grand.
legs. In 1 millisecond, they got to eat everything in the.
It is hubris because what somebody said too is like, how much different then being in that submarine is than watching it on a video.
Dude, oh my gosh! Apparently, that's what it was. You couldn't
Yeah.
even see out of the sub. You had to watch it on a screen because they can't have a window on a submarine at
Like-
that depth.
Right. What they would have seen is what I saw in the movie Titanic
Yeah.
30 years ago.
Yeah. You know what I remember from that movie?
What's that?
The person that jumps off and then hits the propeller and goes.
Yeah, he bounces off. It makes a really good noise.
It makes. I get that. I remember seeing that as a kid, and I was like, "Oh no, that's the beginning of my." That's the beginning
Yeah.
of my lead up to watching terrible gore videos.
That was it.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. You enjoying?
Well,
that
I
was
didn't
your first
enjoy it,
body
but it was
gore?
just it made me laugh, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm like laughing at something that's actually really
Horrible.
horrific."
Yeah.
Why
Right.
did James Cameron put that shot in?
Well, he wasn't real though.
That's true. That's true.
That's
James
a-
Cameron
it's
was
a
like, the
movie.
probability that one person did this is great enough for me to direct this
Yeah.
scene.
It highlights that there was distance and height on that boat, that he fell and was smacked upon the propeller.
I want to see like the Titanic credits, and as they're rolling up, you see one of the guys is just alone, and he's just listed as spin physics guy. His one job was to make that guy spin. We should definitely put a clip of that.
Does he Wilhelm scream in that part too?
He goes,
But is it Wilhelm? You know the Wilhelm.
"Oh yeah,
this-
yeah."
That frustrates me to no end.
I'm done with
so
the Wilhelm scream.
over it.
I'm done with it. And the Howie scream, I think it's called.
Oh, there's another one too.
that
Oh,
one?
oh my God!
But it's like one of the most
Yeah.
classic screams.
Do
But
they do
I'm
that in
done.
All Real Monsters?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
I think
like
they
it
do
sounds-
that.
Yeah, I'm done with that too. The Wilhelm scream.
Yeah,
Like
over it.
it's kind of stupid now.
Wilhelm creator should have been on the sub.
Do you think if they Wilhelm screamed, how long was the implosion? Like they died in like what, like 1 millisecond?
I
No,
think it
even
would have
faster
been
than that.
instantaneous.
Let's put like
Yeah.
1 millisecond of the Wilhelm scream right now.
Like they couldn't even process that they were dead,
Okay,
which
see,
is good.
so this is what I want
That's better.
people watching this to know is that while I'm like, hey man, like they didn't deserve to die, I'm also totally gonna joke about their deaths. No
That's
offense.
so bad. Yeah.
Everybody, here's what I realized, because I've joked about like celebrities and like other people dying. You know, like people would put the Microsoft Windows shutdown sound on Stephen Hawking's death. You know,
Hawkins?
Hawkins. I don't know. When Michael Jackson died, I immediately was like, I gotta do it. I was like, dude, I told my friend who liked Michael Jackson, I was like, Michael Jackson just died, and he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, dude, he was struck by a smooth criminal. And he was so mad. He was like, dude, shut the fuck up. That's not even funny. But I'm like, everybody that dies, like when I die, there's no guarantee that no one's
Yeah.
gonna make fun of me, and I don't really care, right? Because it's a funny thing.
Yeah.
Death is
What are they
funny.
gonna say when you die?
Huh?
What are they gonna say when you die?
I guess it would depend on how I died, right? Like if I died in a really hypocritical, hilarious way, or like due to my own hubris for something, where I was like, guys, come on. I mean, obviously, pianos don't actually fall off of buildings.
You know what's funny is that's how I could see you dying.
And then my last words when the piano's falling, I look up and I go, oh no, I'm gonna B flat.
Bazinga!
Zinga! Can we put a Wilhelm scream in B flat right there?
No, just put a bazinga in there. Back to the
Yeah.
the narrative about the sub and billionaires versus the rest of the 99%. It reminds me of the other subs going down on Reddit. You're not as much of a Reddit hive minder as me, but
No, yeah.
you heard about all the
I know
protesting
about it, but
that they did.
yeah.
So all the Redditors went like blacked out their subs for whatever, a few days.
Yeah.
It's going to be 48 hours or a week.
Yeah,
it's
tell
private.
me exactly what happened
because
there. I need to know.
People hate the Reddit actual, their own platform, their website, their
Yeah.
app. So everybody wants to use third-party shit with
Right.
the APIs, like APIs.
I'm not even familiar with
So
APIs.
APIs are like this cool thing. In a nutshell, I don't understand it that much. That people, it's like shared tech all over the internet. That like, how do you have your Spotify on your website or whatever? You want to link something, and APIs allow you to like pull data from different internet things and use their platform. It's what allows
Okay.
you to have a third-party Reddit app.
Right.
How does it get everything from Reddit? Through their APIs, which is
Okay.
like a free thing, but or you can
Like
charge.
websites that do that too.
People are protesting because Reddit, they are trying to go public. It's obvious, right?
And they want the dollars.
They have a new CEO. That things are changing at that company, and people protested because this API price hike is going to destroy essentially all of these third-party apps and websites that people like to use. I just think it's so dumb, dude. What is a protest for 48 hours?
Yeah.
Okay, you're just going to relent?
Yeah.
You're just going to capitulate at the end of it anyway? It just bothered the shit out of me. There's no point to that.
That's what I know about it, is that they said, hey guys, we're gonna protest. Like
Yeah.
they went to all their user base like, hey, by the way, don't worry, we'll be back in 48 hours. And it's like, what?
Not a protest.
What?
Yeah.
Like I can
Don't come back if you want to
I don't have
protest.
to like don't worry. Like r//
Yeah.
tit drop is not the only place that I can find tit
Yeah. There's r/dropped tits.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody will make another one.
I thought that was crazy because it was like, I feel like that's just Reddit mod ego,
Totally.
right? Because they're like, oh, this community that I take care of, I'm a moderator of.
Yeah.
People are gonna leave my community if I actually protest. But it's like, that's the whole point of the protest, right?
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
like get tough with it.
I support, I guess, at the base level, maybe what they're doing, that notion.
Mm-hmm.
But a 48-hour protest, like, what is
Yeah.
that going to do?
Don't
Not
even-
much.
You can't,
Especially in
or
certain
at least,
communities, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
In small communities, it does nothing. In big communities,
Yeah,
it does
exactly.
nothing.
Yeah. It's like I got 20,000 people on my r/, seals are cute sub, and we're gonna go down. We're gonna show Reddit. But the thing that's dumb is that Reddit is the most used, one of the most visited sites on the internet.
I think it's like 4 or 5 in the
Front
world.
page of the internet or something. That's I actually thought about that the other day when I thought of the Reddit narwhal bacons at midnight or whatever. When people were like, we should make up a phrase so that we can like recognize other. What do you mean recognize? There's so many users on Reddit.
I know.
The chances of you running into someone that's never actually been on it at least once or twice are like slim to none.
Anecdotally, though, in my real world experience, it does still feel like a niche thing. I'm always like, oh, I saw it on Reddit, and people are like, oh, yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
go on there, but I've heard about
Well,
it.
they probably do. I bet you they go
I know,
to Google and
people-
then.
I mean, it's
true.
like the first thing that pops up usually.
Dude,
Any question now, what you see at the end of the question is Reddit.
And you know why?
How to hands-free come Reddit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this company, loan company, or some sort of like credit score builder. Is it legit? And then you type that in, and you get a bunch of things where you're like, this looks like it's fake. But you type in Reddit, you get actual real people that are like, yeah,
Right.
it is fake. Don't believe these people.
Which I do fear, in a way, because I'm a heavy user, that...
Are you being gaslit?
Well, no, I just fear that the website might change in the way that Yahoo bought Tumblr, and Tumblr was over.
Yeah.
It was over that second.
Well, because they banned pornography.
Sponsors don't like porn. That's the new protest that they're doing on Reddit now is the subs are changing to not safe for work subs so that they can't have advertisements. But
Interesting. So that's how they're like cutting
That's
those people
another
out. Is they're like,
trend.
all right, well, we're gonna
Yeah.
make ourselves not safe for work.
Example,
They're
like I
trying.
follow a lot of Magic the Gathering subs.
MTG,
They're
dude.
all now, all now not safe for work, and
Yep.
it's funny because like every post is like blurred.
It's all
Yeah.
spoilers.
The subreddit interesting as fuck
Yeah.
for things that might be interesting as fuck. It is just pornography right now.
Actually, though.
Yeah, like it's just porn.
What?
Oh.
That is
Yeah,
insane.
like I'm browsing my Reddit.
How old do
and
you
I'm
have to be on Reddit? What's the minimum age?
13?
Yeah, I think it's only 13.
That's messed up.
I know.
People should not be.
Twitter's always been like that, like a unabashed wasteland of you could just be looking at basketball, and then there's anal pornography
True.
In the basketball.
in the basketball. You seen that clip where she poops the golf ball into the hole?
No, that's
Neither
awesome,
have I.
though.
I've never seen that either. I would never look at something like that at all.
Have you seen the clip of the guy pooping out his own balls?
You showed me that, Chad.
That was awesome.
You showed me that.
That was like one of those things where I was like, there's no gratification other than just this is a feat of human excellence.
You don't think that felt good?
No. I mean, like, watching it.
oh.
You're not like, oh, yes.
Wait, do you think it felt good?
Yeah. What?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably pooping and, yeah.
It feels good that your balls are stuffed into your butthole. Your butt's filled up. That feels good. And then you get to release them like a poop.
You know what
Pooping
sucks, though?
feels good.
You know what sucks, though, is there's probably someone out there who that was their synapse Twitch thing. That was the spark where they're like, oh, no, that's what I'm into.
Oh, no.
And there's
Yeah.
like one clip of it on the internet.
Yeah. That's really stretchy.
But at
balls.
least they found it, right?
Yeah, but like, I mean, you and I and the three of us, like, we like normal-ish, quote-unquote, things that you can probably find many clips of. And
You're going to get bored if it's the same clip of the same guy's balls. Mm-hmm. You're going to want to know what
like, I
different
just
kind of
find
balls
myself
look
going
like.
back
Or,
to
wait,
this
or
one.
do you fall in love? Right?
Fall in love?
Yeah, because he's the only one that does
Oh,
Albi, you're getting at something that I feel about a lot of things culturally now. Such a buzzword to say that, but like that there's so much to consume nowadays, and you kind of keep consuming all the new stuff because so much good stuff keeps coming out, and then people will go, that was like maybe my favorite movie I've ever seen, and they've seen it one time.
yeah.
That blows me away. How could you fall in love with a movie or a song or anything if you saw it once?
Yeah.
You can't accurately rate it.
What I like to do is when I hear a song I like or see a movie that I like to just watch it or experience it so much until every little bit of emotion and enjoyment is sapped from it. And it's a shell.
That's
and then
love, dude.
That's love, yeah.
Love is a raisin. Love is making raisins out of grapes.
it. Yeah, love is girl with red beanie.
Fucking squeeze it, dude.
Did you say love is girl with red beanie?
Yeah, who's that?
What is that?
You gotta find. You gotta
Google
figure it
girl
out.
with red beanie.
No, you gotta find it.
Does she poop her own balls out?
Yeah, she poops her own balls.
Somebody tell my grandma that you can have a pregnant man.
You what?
You can have a pregnant man.
Oh yeah. Someone tell your grandma that.
They're just words, grandma.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What's
a lot of the porn subreddits went down too. That's why I've been so frustrated.
Oh,
That's annoying. Imagine you've had a bad day at work.
Right.
Imagine your submarine just imploded and you're
Right.
like, I just want to go home and
Yeah. I just want to look at subs for subs.
yes.
and that goes hand in hand with the subs.
I mean, honestly, Reddit's I only ever use Reddit for that, so it's kind of.
We should talk about the most important thing about this month.
Oh,
Yeah.
gay pride.
It's Pride Month.
I wanted to say something. Oh, you know what? Okay. It's Gay Pride Month.
Yeah.
And there's gay pride parades, right?
Yes.
And you have gay people having gay sex. And you have
Yeah.
gay rainbows and you have gay trying to see how far I could go with this. What is it about like first of all, let's talk about corporations changing their logo to the rainbow. That's I'm done with that. That's stupid. I hate it.
You don't like going to
annoying.
Target and seeing the flags?
No,
everywhere?
I don't mind it, but it's kind of like it's like you know, it's like when a straight person says out loud I'm an ally. It's like you
pandering.
don't need to say that out loud if you actually are. You just do. What?
But I'm an ally.
I am an ally too, by the way. I'm an ally.
Also an ally. But companies don't make decisions unless it's going to make them money.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's
gay
the thing,
people
though.
have money too. Shoot, we should.
But
we should
rainbows
make
are
rainbows.
are forever. You know, they have rainbows
Ra-
all year.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you rainbow stuff actually costs a buttload too, though, because they're using every ink.
Oh yeah.
And they're like,
Great point, Chad.
they're like, we have to use every single color on this printer. Damn it, we can't
Great
just use
point.
puke green and beige like these white ladies like to buy.
It's expensive to be gay.
Maybe
It is. It probably is.
maybe they should change
It is.
the flag to something else, like something.
Yeah, the gay pride flag should be white. Just white.
Just white?
Like a surrender flag. It's just gay pride. Because then think about how much money you can save on things if you're just buying a white shirt.
Well, that I
And
think...
then old people will be like, back
Yeah.
in my day, you could wear a white shirt and it meant that you were proud of your heritage. Like, what?
I see your point now.
Oh, but you know that's cool. That's a cool way of taking over, right? Like
That would be hilarious. Oh my gosh, gay people just take the freaking what's it called? This Confederate flag.
and they just double down. Dude, that's our flag.
So
now.
much better.
Shout
be
out to
so
the gay
cool.
community. Please co-opt the Confederate flag and make it the
Yes.
new gay pride flag, because then people that wear the Confederate flag will be like, well, I ain't no homo. I just think that the South will rise again. And they're like, the South will rise again like a penis attracted to men.
I get it. Because of gay pride.
Yeah. I did want to say something. This is my controversial take. This is my hot take. Everybody that goes, why don't we have a straight pride parade?
Yeah.
You totally can. You actually can.
Yeah.
No one is going to protest against that. Because
Yeah.
who cares? But the thing is that straight people aren't getting together and putting that together. So, like, why
Well,
don't we have a straight pride parade?
I heard a great analogy
fault.
about it a long time ago. This was with regards to BLM. When there was whatever hurricane that was in Houston,
yeah. Okay.
Harvey.
Okay.
or something.
Steve Harvey.
Oh, it's really tragic. People are dying. People are losing all their stuff. And somebody says, like, we need to pray for Houston. It's like somebody else going, okay, well, we need to pray for Kansas, too. Like, Kansas Kansas doesn't have problems.
No, totally.
Because people are dying in Kansas. Okay, well, right now, we're just talking about
focusing on
Houston
this.
because there's
Same thing with
problems.
BLM, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, doesn't everybody's lives matter?
Of course.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that
Yeah.
right now. We're talking about this. Like, no, well, I want us to talk about this. Totally fine. Go over there and talk about it, you know?
Right?
Right?
Right. There's room for everybody to
Yeah,
play.
so straight people, dear straight people, every straight
Yeah.
person in the world right now, they're all tuning into this like a spirit bomb, like in Dragon Ball Z. They feel the energy. Just start your own straight pride parade.
Yeah, you know what? And here's
That's
what we can
our
do.
point.
Actually, don't we have a straight pride parade? It's called Oktoberfest.
No.
Drink beer and we look at big booby ladies like
and
come
wear
on.
suspenders.
And yeah,
Shit,
like,
man, you're right.
shoot.
But that's only for Germans, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
good point.
right.
Good point.
It depends. Do you,
You know-
spell October with a K or a C?
I'm wearing my NHL hat, and so I'd be remiss not to bring up too that they, for years, something that the NHL players do when they warm up, they come out on the ice before the game and they skate for a second.
They have sex with each other.
Well, obviously,
They warm up.
smelling salts. They
VCR cleaner.
they would wear a special jersey certain nights. Hockey fights cancer, a purple hockey fights cancer jersey. Military night, it's a camo Ducks jersey.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Few times this season, they wouldn't wear the Pride. Players refused to wear Pride jerseys on Pride night, and now the commissioner in the league said nobody's wearing any more warm-up jerseys for anything anymore.
Dang.
I like that.
I think it's so pathetic, though,
Wait,
Yeah.
what part of it is pathetic?
that eight guys that decided I'm not going to wear that Pride jersey. Because
Ruined it for everybody else,
for
basically.
everybody else. They're still going to have Pride nights. They're still going to have military night.
But
nobody's going to wear the jersey because
But I think I can speak
So
for all three of us
expensive.
that we support that decision, right?
to that you could do it.
No,
You could wear the jersey.
Like the fact that
I
those
think if you're not gonna do it, then nobody can do whatever other ones they want. I think that's the fairest way to do
I
it.
saw something similar. I think it was with, shoot, I can't remember. I think it was like Christianity versus Islam, and they were like, "Well, how come he's allowed to pray in the class, but I'm not?" And they were like, "You are. You just don't want him to pray in the class because it makes you feel uncomfortable."
Right.
And if we're not allowed to, if he's not allowed to do that, then you're not either, and no one can do it at all. And I think that's totally fair. I think that like,
Right.
it sucks because it's like, dang, like now no one can express themselves. But if you're gonna pigeonhole and like leave out one group of people because you like feel uncomfortable by them,
Yeah, you
then,
punish
You
everyone.
don't deserve.
Well, but
yeah.
why couldn't the league just allow the players to take the heat? I get that.
I
see.
There's
Yeah.
a responsibility.
Right.
You don't want to have
no,
that.
I agree with you. But
That probably would have been
The commissioner's explanation was that it's distracting from the purpose of the night, which I think is
better. Well,
just
I
not
don't think
true.
that's not bad.
is hockey like not gay?
Oh, there's probably tons of gay players that won't admit that they're gay.
Yeah.
And it's, I think, a pretty toxic culture.
If I was
Any
gay-
sports culture could be.
If I was gay,
Let's imagine that.
let's just pretend like I'm gay.
Let's pretend you love guys.
Yeah. I would absolutely join a sport where I get rustled and tussled by other hot men.
Why not?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is what I think. I think if you're gay, like I think about every single gay guy that I know, they're all like crazy jacked, and they're just like
True.
immaculately
Yeah.
good-looking
Ripped.
men.
Yeah.
They're like they're like I can like example. My friend, he's pretty much a pro athlete. I could not keep up with him running.
Yeah.
I would just
Yeah.
get dusted.
Yeah, shout out to all the gay men that are just way too hot for leaving the dating pool for us uggo straight men.
That's straight up, dude.
Yeah,
Like example, like
it
if,
helps.
Thank
every
God.
gay man decided they wanted women, we'd have no chance.
I
Zero
know.
chance.
I know.
We'd all become incels.
Yeah.
Become,
Right.
because we're not incels right now.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
No,
I just
I'm-
think it's a shame.
I'm involuntarily a man whore. That's the opposite of an incel. I'm an in whore.
You can't keep.
Like
you
I
gotta
can't
beat
help
'em
it.
off
Like
with a
I'm
stick?
trying not to have sex, but I just have so much. You know.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
uncontrollable
me too.
sex addict. Yeah. They call that a Dunkin' Donuts.
What is that? What it is? Well, yeah.
'Cause you
Anyways, yeah.
keep
So
dunking.
happy gay pride, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I
if
feel
you were
like.
gay, would you be a dom or a sub? Real question.
Does that just mean top or bottom?
Top or bottom? Yeah.
No,
I
that's
guess
different
it's-
though. Dom
Actually,
and
no,
sub- no,
that's
Dom and
that's
sub
true.
is super
You
different.
can
look,
you
look.
can have a power bottom, and that's very dominant.
Of course, that's true.
Yeah.
I think I heard this one time a long
top
time
sub
ago
is weird.
on Millionaire Matchmaker. She was setting up this guy, and she said top or bottom. It's very important, I guess, if you're going to match somebody up.
Okay.
And he said, top when I'm dating, bottom when I'm in love. I think that'd be me.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that'd be me.
It depends on the purpose. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So dom and sub are obviously different, but
A little bit
sub-
different.
But sub, I feel like you're always a bottom. You can be a dom and be a bottom and a sub.
No, you could be a sub and be a top because you could be like
I guess so.
you could like being told, yeah, do me, dude.
Can we just like?
Yeah. Get more into that, Albi.
Yeah. Why don't you just like? Why don't you?
What else
fuck
would
me
you
like
say?
you actually want me? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So one time it was really uncomfortable. I was with my girlfriend and her mom, and we were talking about that movie, I Love You, Philip Morris.
Oh yeah.
Girl's name.
Redacted. That's not her name.
Your woman.
My
Whoa.
my property.
Sorry, it's Gay Pride Month. Your man.
She said, she's like, I don't know if you could get into that movie or something. Or point is, I told her what the first scene of the movie was because if you can't handle that, it's literally like 2 minutes into the movie. But it's Jim Carrey,
It's not even that bad.
a guy going, "Come in my ass, come in my ass."
Yeah, yeah.
That's like the first part of that movie. If you can't get over that hurdle, you're not gonna.
Yeah, see that's what I think is being.
You're not gonna
like
watch
a
that film.
dominant sub.
I think we talked about this on
Yeah.
like the first episode. When I was younger, I did try that out. I was like, I'm gonna see if I like this. And then
Coming to gay
after,
porn?
Yeah, and then after I was like, I didn't like that, but
Yeah, I mean they say you have
But
to
now
try
I
things
know.
3 times.
yeah, yeah, third time's a charm. Speaking of doms and subs,
Yeah.
didn't how do we segue this?
How who's this?
Oh, because
who's
we
a
talked-
sub?
we're
We talked
talking-
about the submarine implosions. We talked about Reddit sub implosions. Now we should talk about butthole sub implosions.
The theme is
Can a butthole
subs
implode?
down.
Yes. Have you ever seen
under.
a dropped asshole?
Yes. It's one of the first things I ever saw on Rotten.com.
Oh, I remember Rotten.com. Holy moly!
Albie, pull up a list of Australian celebrities.
Australian celebrities?
All right, let's go.
We're talking about Aussie subs down under.
Australia. Let's see.
Subs down under.
Australia.
Celebs.
We're
Who's the most famous? Let's see.
Nicole
Probably
Kidman
Hugh
is
Jackman or-
Australian?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
What?
Nicole Kidman. Kate Blanchett, best actor of all time.
Chris Hemsworth is Australian?
You didn't know that?
No
I thought he was
shit,
like the
British.
most famous one.
My
I thought he was
dude.
British.
Isla
There's
Fisher
so
is the
many
one that's unexpected
actors.
for me.
We're gonna find out which
Kate
one of them are
Blanchett? Who is
subs.
that?
No, look at Naomi Watts.
Yeah,
Heath Ledger was British. What?
Australian.
Dude, are you...
Wait, you didn't know that?
I mean Australian. Wait, what the hell? These people are all Australian?
Okay, so which one of them are subs? Where are we gonna start? Kate Blanchett or Nicole Kidman?
Okay, Heath Urban.
Yeah.
Is she a sub? Nicole Kidman's a sub.
Well, let's get into it. Is she sub?
Isla Fisher? Oh my gosh, she's so hot.
Isla?
Isla? Isla?
Isla.
Oh, her name is Isla?
Uh-huh.
She's no longer hot.
She's married to Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which makes her a dom, obviously.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
clearly.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson, definitely a sub.
Mel Gibson is not
absolutely...
Australian. So scratch that off
Wait,
of the
is
list.
he not? So who,
Definitely he's not.
who in this list is actually sub? I mean,
I think
Australian.
most of these people are. I don't know why Mel Gibson's.
Okay, let's go back.
He could
Wha-
have been born in Australia, though.
Okay, wait.
Oh,
How about that? 25
interesting.
most famous Australian celebrities revealed. Let's look at that one.
Revealed.
Revealed. Like it's some
Revealed.
fucking super
They've been hiding.
conspiracy.
Don't know
Okay.
who that is.
Sam Worthington, no idea. Climate change.
He's from
Rebel Wilson. We
Avatar.
know Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson. No, she's top.
Yeah, she's a dumb.
Absolutely dumb. Not
Yep.
sub.
Yep.
Dumb. Liam Hemsworth.
That guy's a sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other
yeah, I can
Hemsworth
see
is
him being a
definitely
sub.
sub.
Yeah, when your brother's that, yeah, you're definitely a sub.
No idea who Simon Baker is. Kind of looks like a sub though.
Yeah, it looks like a sub too.
What? You guys don't know. He's dom for sure.
She's a
Oh,
dom.
okay.
Right there.
Yeah, that's
I don't know who you
dumb.
are, Rachel, but you're a dom.
Shop this image. What?
I don't know these people.
Yeah. What? Who?
Rose Byrne. That's why
What?
they're revealed. Like we don't know who they are because they were under a rock this whole time.
Give me your best Australian accent.
Australia.
Now,
What?
Who's this guy?
whoa! Oh!
It's fucking Mr. Smith, Agent Smith, dog.
Yeah, he's definitely Dom. No, there's no way. That guy's daddy.
No, he's definitely a sub.
No, look
What?
at that. Look at that
Yeah.
eyebrow.
He's too.
I
buff.
was gonna say
He's-
eyebrows too. That's a dom
Dude, that
eyebrow.
guy is coming in a butt right in that
No,
picture.
that guy's saying you come into my butt.
Oh, you're right.
Oh
Dude,
wait, but that could
okay,
be
wait.
no. It's back to what we were saying earlier. That could be that's Dom.
Well, right.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are
Sub
right.
dom is not top bottom.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You wanted me to do my best Australian
Yeah.
accent. I wanted to say nar,
Definitely Dom.
nar,
No.
nar.
No.
Naomi Watts, what do you think?
Australia.
Can't.
Naomi Watts.
No, mate.
Naomi Watts. Naomi
I mean,
Watts,
probably sub.
Yeah, she's probably sub.
She's a sub. She fucked-
Keith Urban's Australian.
She made out with King
Yeah.
Kong in the movie. You know.
What does his real voice sound like?
I don't know.
Like an
actually.
Australian guy.
He's like, come in my butt.
I'm Keith Eben. I just happen
Say,
to
come in
like
my butt with an
cowboy
Australian
hats.
accent. Come in my butt, boys.
Guy
Guy
Pearce
Pearce.
too. That one I would have thought he was just British. Great actor.
Yeah, definitely a sub.
Yeah, definitely sub though.
Okay.
I'll agree with that.
I don't know who any of these
No.
are. Who's Toni Collette? Oh, she's in Hereditary. She's
That
the mom in
one
Hereditary.
just blew my mind.
She's Australian?
That one just blew my mind.
I
She's
can't imagine her.
revealed.
I can't imagine her real voice now.
She is flawless.
Pretend like those are her bottom teeth.
Wow. I said Kate
No,
Blanchett.
Australians have good teeth.
Oh, I know.
That's what makes them not British.
Wow.
Australians are painfully hot. Every Australian I've met in real life, I'm like, why are you that
And
hot?
Israelis.
Oh, Miranda
Almost
Kerr.
across the
Ooh.
board.
She's hot.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
Who?
She used to be married to Orlando Bloom, I believe.
Okay.
Miranda Kerr.
Orlando Bloom.
Oh,
1,
Kerr.
2 on 3 guys. Orlando Bloom. 1, 2, 3. Sub. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Margot Robbie's Australian?
Yeah, I knew
She's
that one.
dumb.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
dommy mommy. I'm not attracted
Really,
to her, but
Dommy
she's
Mommy?
dommy mommy.
Wow.
And
No,
he
it's
is.
not for me.
There's the man.
Yeah.
He's got to be a top.
Thor's a dom.
He's a dom.
He's a top dom.
Sorry, I say top Indian.
Kylie Minogue,
Yeah.
definitely a Dom.
Kylie Minogue too. Australia.
Australia. Hugh Jackman is absolutely a dom. He's got to be.
No, he's both.
You think so? Oh,
Yeah,
you think
he's-
he's
He's the quintessential
What do you call
top
that?
dating bottom in love.
You call
Yeah.
him verse, right? Verse,
Oh, is that what
like
it is?
Versatile, I think.
We're so straight. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I'm sorry.
Kate Blanchett.
Dom.
Don't know
I
who, that
I
is.
said greatest actor of all time for Kate. I freaking love Toni Collette too, though.
Who is that? I don't even
You don't know who Kate Blanchett is?
know.
Paul Hogan.
I'm offended by you, dude.
I don't watch movies.
Who?
Crocodile Dundee.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a Dom.
A celebrity revealed from Australia,
Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, Heath Ledger though, probably a. He seemed like he just banged. He's probably a dom.
No, I think he's a sub.
You think so? You think he's a little?
One of the hottest people that ever lived.
We know this. We already know this. What happened in Brokeback Mountain?
Oh,
Oh, is he the bottom or the top?
I don't actually know.
I think he was. He was married.
Some high altitude fuck.
How many old white people do you think?
He's I'm trying to remember the movie. It's coming to me. He's the bottom.
How many old white people do you think went and saw Brokeback Mountain and were like, "Oh, what the hell?"
And
I
then
think
they were
you could tell.
I love this movie though.
Wasn't the trailer
Pretty good.
explicit about it?
No, it wasn't.
I'm not sure. Really?
The trailer pulled a fast one on you because you're like, oh, these are just two dudes.
When did Cold Mountain come out?
Oh, wow.
Before that? Because I think people might have been like, ew, maybe it's another romantic where they're up in the woods.
Can't remember.
I usually like romance in the woods.
You're allowed to be friends.
Why is she famous?
Right?
Who's that?
Elle McPherson.
No idea.
That's a really familiar name too.
Famous?
Get rid of her. Away.
Wait. I don't know if she's famous.
Very familiar name, dude. I don't know what
Olivia
she's famous
Newton-John. Oh, what is she?
for. R.I.P.
did
Grease, bro.
She die?
Yeah, she died a couple years ago.
Oof. Russell Crowe.
Fighting around the
Probably a
world.
sub. Probably a sub.
Yeah, he looks like a sub. He
What?
likes to eat subs
Yeah.
too. In this picture.
He beat that lady over the head with a phone. You guys think he's a sub?
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson is Australian?
I
Dude,
can't
Mel
get over
Gibson
that.
Is scary. He's so
I need to
scary.
know the story now.
Oh, it's because he grew up in Sydney.
No
And Nicole
kidding,
Kidman.
man.
And Nicole Kidman.
But he's born in Brooklyn or something, Mel Gibson?
Is Nicole Kidman
I need to know that.
attractive?
Yes.
Not anymore.
I think she's still attractive.
I think what the Botox she did and whatever else to her cheeks is a little bit weird now.
Botox.
I
Yeah,
don't
She's
know.
been on some good shows recently, though.
I think she's still gorgeous.
Yeah. You seen those pictures of her when she left Tom Cruise?
No.
She's like a free woman.
It's like,
I mean, that's probably true. Tom Cruise is a Scientologist.
Yeah. it
Getting out
seems,
of a relationship with that might
Seems
be...
pretty scary to be with that guy.
Yeah.
Best decision Katie Holmes ever made. And Nicole Kidman.
yeah.
Is
Well,
Tom...
I mean, I guess it's tricky, right? Because you love somebody so much, but then, you're stuck living in this unrealistic world.
A cult?
Yeah.
Who wants to join a cult?
Nobody wants
Nobody
to
wants
join
to
a
join a
cult.
cult.
It's fucking weird.